What is up, everybody? It's Water Buffalo Man here, and we're back for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In the last episode, we had the Universe Survival Saga free-to-play team, and in this episode, I'm going to be showing you guys the Majin Buu Saga free-to-play team. In honor of the Videl event just releasing and the 2 new EZAs, I'm going to be showing you the Majin Buu Saga team. This is where it becomes a little iffy to some people, especially not to me. I consider this unit definitely free to play, and this unit free to play because there's no summoning involved. You just have to be able to beat an event to get this unit. So I consider these 2 free to play. If you don't, you can swap them out. There are many other options. This one's definitely free to play because it's a prime battle, but if you struggle and don't think this one's considered free to play or can't get him, then more or less you have many options. You can get that new Great Saiyaman Gohan. I don't know where I just saw him, but he's somewhere in this list. Right here. You could replace him with him and it would work just fine. This team would be just great. I consider them both free to play. That's just me. So we're just gonna jump right into an event. We're gonna actually take on the new Videl event because I've yet to do it, and why not use this team for it? I mean, there's no reason not to. So I don't have the new Videl support item complete yet, so I'm not going to be able to use that. But we are going to use... we'll just go in with this team. We'll just go in like this.
Let's do this.
Dual leads, and we're just going to take on the event. This team is actually really strong, especially having dual 130 leads. And key 4 and dual 130s is actually quite ridiculous for a free-to-play team. This pushes this team up there to the level of about most, if not all, sub-EZA leads, or sub-leads, I'm sorry. And we got a really good rotation right off the start. What do we got here? Wow, hello. They link perfect together. Okay, that's fantastic. I did not realize their links were that well. So yeah, we're definitely going to go with this rotation from here forward. The Bobbity and Buu and Bobbity and Deborah, definitely the 2 best you can get in this situation. Bobbity and Deborah having the better defense and better offense because of the fact that they go up by percentages, not by just stacking numbers. And as you can see, the Buu and Bobbity and Deborah is actually a really good unit. I'm going to keep this guy on rotation, or off rotation, because he's mainly just there as support. So we're going to do this. He's not going to support the Buu Bobbity because he's considered an extreme type. So we're just going to leave him there, and we'll just do that. And with him doing the super attack, Ultra, if he makes it that far, that is, the Great Saiyaman is going to buff next turn's attack for every, I think, super type by 40%. Or 30%. Not completely positive. I'll check again after that just to make sure I'm not incorrect. But this is the best free-to-play Majin Buu Saga team you can get at this point. You might hear my Mia meowing in the background somewhere, but I'm drinking Ray's Energy to start the day. My favorite energy drink. It actually doesn't bother my stomach at all when I drink it and doesn't give me heartburn or anything, so I'll stick with my Ray's Energy, and he just sealed. I'll stick with my Rays because it's really good. If you guys would like to drink some Rays like Buffalo does, I'll put a link in the description below. You're more than welcome to go there and get some. Make sure you use code Buffalo. I will make sure I send that in the description as well. Alright, here, let's see. Wait a minute, hang on. Okay, because mine's not 100%, that's why. That makes sense. I was wondering why their stats were so different. Like, the defensive-wise for the Bobbity and Deborah. But he only gets the additional 40% in key 3 when the target is in attack down status. And he buffs Majin Power, which I think this guy fits under Majin Power. He does not. Does he fit under Majin Power? He does not. Okay, so his support is literally, like, pointless for this team. And actually, he's not getting his full power either. But either way, this team is pretty solid. There are some parts you can move around. Again, like this free-to-play team is based off of just having the base free-to-play units, meaning the ones that you can get from the events and whatnot. You can incorporate units you've been able to summon to this team. That's not against the rules or anything. You're allowed to use units you summon. this is just showing what you can do if you haven't gotten anything good gotten anything great to use on this team. Like if you haven't gotten the Strength Vegito lead or the Fizz Vegito lead, you can use this team here with some units, or if you haven't gotten the Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku, the Intellect one that transforms into Super Saiyan 3, or the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta that goes Majin Vegeta. Like, these are just units you can use that are passable, and as you can see, way more than passable, to take on events and continually use this to upgrade your units and awaken them and Dokkan awaken them and so on and so forth. But looking at the team we have now, we're setting it up at over 459,000 health. We took one super and we're still looking pretty good. So we're just gonna keep running with it. Like this team is a lot better than I thought it was. But again, it comes back to the do you think the Buu and or Babidi and Dabura, if they are free to play or not? That's your complete decision. You get it with Battlefield memory, which again, all you have to do is just use units. And I don't know if you guys watch Jay Fanta. He's beaten the Battlefield or Ultimate Clash with free-to-play units. So it's possible for you to use free-to-play units to beat Ultimate Clash, to be able to in turn get that Dabura and Buu or Babidi. So I mean, you can do it. I consider them free-to-play. That's just me. And I consider Prime Battle units definitely free-to-play. But let's just watch this Buu and Babidi just destroy Videl. This unit is ridiculously good. It's honestly surprising how good it is with how like off its stats are. I think it has low, if I remember right, it has really low attack but high defense and high HP. This unit is built in addition, apparently. I don't know too much about this Buu Babidi because I don't use them. But let me check now before I say anything incorrect. Yep, launches an additional attack, has a medium chance of becoming a super attack, recovers 5 HP at the end of turn in which attack was received. And he heals you. So that's pretty good. Yeah, it doesn't do anything else, but we're gonna give that to them. Right now, his support from the Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 is not actually supporting anybody on this rotation, because both of them are extreme type units, but I only put them there again. Ooh, that is a lot of damage on an AGL. Wow, okay. The only reason I put them on on this team was because they were a really good free-to-play unit, and once they get their easy A, they're even better. They just got pretty much demolished by Buu and their Babidi and Dabura. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Majin Buu Saga team. That team is ridiculous. Like it's great. Like you can't really complain. It's really, really good. For free-to-play, you could, I think, take most events with that team. Like, looking at this team as a whole, that's really good. Like, outstandingly good. Key 4, 130. And there are even some more interchangeable pieces if you really wish to change it. But what I was talking about, units like that you can swap in later if you have them, is like, let's say you have this Goku, and you don't want to use that Spopovich and Yamu. You can put him on the team. Just because he's not free to play doesn't mean you can't use him on your teams. You can use anybody on this list you want. But this was just an example of free to play teams. I didn't account for this guy. He's pretty solid free to play unit. I didn't account for this Go. I did account for him. I went over him, but I didn't account for him on the team. I didn't account for this guy. Oob's really good. I didn't account for Supreme Kai. They're pretty solid, but it only really works with Realm of God, so they're not that great on this specific team. I consider this Vegito free to play because you get him from the World Tournament. And all you gotta do is partake in the World Tournament. I didn't consider him for the team. He's really good. Like, there are many, many, many units on this list. This is a really huge category. I didn't even count for these guys, actually, on this team. That's because I don't have any support into them or potential systems. I really don't see the need to use them, for me at least. But there are many units. This is a really stacked and really strong category. So there are many units you could use, and it's really well off as a team. But one more thing before I go. This just dropped, I think, sometime last night. Server maintenance has been announced for 2350 tonight, from 1600 to 2350, which is like 8 o'clock my time to sometime in the morning. So I'm not sure if this means that we are getting the what's it called? Same name update or not. But thank you guys for watching. Another free-to-play team guide will be up shortly within the next few days, and I thank you guys, and I will see you guys then.